Did you know that some budget smartphones now come with gaming features like high refresh rates and advanced cooling systems? You don't need to break the bank to enjoy smooth gameplay. 1. Introduction: the rise of budget gaming phones. In the ever-evolving smartphone market, gaming has become one of the most important usage areas for younger users and power users alike, even at budget price points. This comparison focuses on Motorola's latest entries in the budget segment, the Moto G77 and the Moto G67. Both phones bring impressive displays, solid battery life, and capable hardware, but when it comes to gaming, which one is the better choice? This comprehensive exploration dives deep into specifications, real-world performance, gaming capabilities, battery endurance, display quality, price to performance, and more. 2. Overview: what are Moto G77 and Moto G67? To set the stage, both devices are part of Motorola's G-series lineup targeted at affordable 5G-capable smartphones with large AMOLED displays and decent performance. They share several similarities, such as Android operating system, 120Hz refresh rate panels, and strong battery capacity, but differ primarily in internal hardware and performance targets. 3. Design and display: a shared visual canvas. Both phones feature a 6.78-inch 1.5K 1272x2772 AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate and Corning Gorilla Glass 7 eye protection, a standout feature at these prices. This high refresh rate and rich color reproduction make both devices excellent for gaming visuals, with buttery smooth motion in fast-action games. However, in some markets, the G67 might also have slight variations in LCD versus AMOLED options, depending on region and model, but the general expectation is that both use high-quality OLED panels. 4. Core hardware and performance: the heart of gaming. Processor comparison. The single biggest difference between the two phones is the chipset. Moto G77, powered by MediaTek Dimensity 6400 with slightly higher core clocks and usually paired with 8GB of RAM, which gives it an edge in sustained performance. Moto G67 comes with a Dimensity 6300 and generally 4GB of RAM, adequate for everyday tasks and light gaming but less potent for demanding titles. Benchmarks suggest that while both share similar architectures, the G77's extra memory and higher clocks yield better performance, particularly in multitasking and heavier games. Real-world gaming impact. In graphics-intensive titles like Genshin Impact, Call of Duty, Mobile, and BGMI/PUBG Mobile, the G77's hardware is more capable of maintaining stable frame rates and higher graphics settings, thanks to the larger RAM pool and stronger soak headroom. Many users report smoother gameplay and fewer drops in performance on the G77. Conversely, the G67 tends to struggle at higher settings, often requiring compromises for stable play. 5. Memory and storage: unsung gaming factors. Memory and storage impact game loading times, multitasking, and overall responsiveness. Moto G77 typically ships with a larger base RAM, often 8GB, and higher storage options up to 256GB. Moto G67 often starts with 4GB RAM and more modest storage, which may bottleneck game performance if many apps run in the background. The G77's extra RAM improves texture loading, app switching during gameplay, and reduces stutters during graphically heavy sequences. 6. Battery longevity matters for gamers. Both phones are equipped with a 5200 mAh battery and support 30W fast charging, solid specs for budget devices. Although this capacity isn't the largest on the market, it typically ends up lasting a full day with moderate to heavy use, including several gaming sessions. For dedicated gaming sessions, both phones perform similarly, but the G77's more efficient handling of power during intense processing often translates to slightly longer gaming endurance in real-world use. 7. Thermal management and sustained performance. Another key factor in gaming is how well a phone manages heat. Excessive thermal throttling can significantly reduce performance over extended sessions. While in-depth official testing isn't yet broadly published, early impressions suggest that the G77's larger internal cooling capacity and RAM headroom help it sustain higher performance longer than the G67, which is more likely to reduce soak clocks under load to manage temperature. 8. Software and gaming optimization. Both phones run Android with Motorola's lightweight Hello UI skin, which avoids heavy bloatware, A+ for gaming. Features like game mode or optimized performance profiles often included in Motorola phones can help allocate resources and reduce distractions during gameplay. Neither phone's software is a deal-breaker, but the G77's stronger base hardware gives it a better foundation for future system updates and game optimization, which could prolong its lifespan as game requirements increase. 9. Audio and immersion. Gaming isn't just about visuals and performance, sound plays a key role. Both phones include stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos support, delivering richer soundstage than typical budget devices. This translates to better in-game audio cues and a more immersive experience during action-packed sessions. 10. Value and price considerations. As with any budget segment comparison, price is a critical factor. The G67 is positioned as the more value-centric choice, targeting users who prioritize overall usability and affordability over raw performance. The G77 comes at a higher cost due to better hardware, but for gamers, this extra investment generally pays off in performance and smoother gameplay. If your budget is strict and gaming is casual, the G67 holds value. But if you want better sustained gaming performance, the G77 is typically worth the extra spend. 11. Camera and other features bonus points. Though not the main focus, the G77's 108MP main camera and enhanced imaging capabilities offer stronger multimedia versatility than the G67's 50MP camera, useful for content creators and gamers who share clips online. These extras don't directly affect gaming, but they add overall value to the device. 12. Final verdict, gaming champion? After evaluating all key factors, hardware performance, memory, sustained gaming capability, battery, and value, here's the bottom line. Best for gaming, Moto G77. If gaming performance is your priority, the Moto G77 is generally better due to stronger chipset configuration, more RAM and storage headroom, better sustained performance under load, more likely to handle future games with higher demands. Best for value and casual gamers, Moto G67. If you're on a tighter budget or gaming is more casual lower settings, shorter sessions, the Moto G67 still delivers respectable performance while saving money. 13. Closing thoughts. Choosing between the Moto G77 and Moto G67 ultimately depends on your gaming needs and budget. For serious gamers who want smoother frame rates and a more future-proof setup, the G77 is the clear winner. For those who game occasionally or prioritize cost savings, the G67 remains a solid choice. Whichever you choose, both phones offer impressive features in the budget segment. 14. Quick summary. The Moto G77 and G67 are two such devices that have caught my attention. They're part of Motorola's lineup of budget-friendly smartphones that promise to deliver great gaming experiences. These phones are designed to offer impressive performance without denting your wallet. Their affordability makes them attractive options for casual gamers. They pack some serious specs that could handle demanding games. Motorola is a well-known brand with a history of producing reliable smartphones. They've been in the game for a while and have a reputation for creating devices that are both affordable and efficient. Their budget smartphones, in particular, have gained popularity for offering great value for money. Motorola's focus on delivering quality devices at affordable prices has earned them a loyal customer base. The Moto G77 and G67 come with some notable features. The Moto G77 is powered by a MediaTek Dimensity 930 processor, while the G67 has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 processor. Both phones offer up to 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage. Their batteries are quite robust, with the G77 having a 5,000 mAh battery and the G67 having a 4,800 mAh battery. The display on both phones is also noteworthy. The Moto G77 has a 6.7-inch IPS LCD screen with a 90 Hz refresh rate, while the G67 has a 6.5-inch IPS LCD screen with a 90 Hz refresh rate. Both phones support Full HD Plus resolution, ensuring crisp and vibrant visuals. The displays are also equipped with features like HDR10 support and a high screen-to-body ratio. The Moto G77 and G67 both run on Android 12 out of the box. They also come with Motorola's proprietary software enhancements, which provide a clean and intuitive user experience. In terms of camera capabilities, both phones have a dual-camera setup with a 50MP primary sensor. Their cameras are capable of recording 1080p videos at 30 fps. When it comes to gaming performance, both phones deliver surprisingly smooth experiences. The Moto G77 handles demanding games like PUBG Mobile and Asphalt 9 with ease. It maintains a stable frame rate of around 60 FPS, even on high graphics settings. The G67 also performs well, but it does struggle with some graphically intensive games. The G67's frame rate dips to around 40 FPS on high settings, but it's still playable. Both phones exhibit minimal lag, and their cooling systems do a great job of keeping temperatures in check. However, the Moto G77's advanced cooling system gives it a slight edge in prolonged gaming sessions. The G67's battery life is also impressive, but the Moto G77's larger battery gives it a longer gaming endurance. In a direct comparison, the Moto G77 seems to have a slight edge over the G67. The Moto G77's more powerful processor and advanced cooling system give it a performance boost. However, the G67's more affordable price makes it an attractive option for those on a tight budget. The G67 still offers great value for money, especially for casual gamers. 15. Conclusion. In my personal experience, gaming on both devices has been a blast. I've spent hours playing games on both phones, and I've been impressed with their performance. One memorable moment was when I played PUBG Mobile on the Moto G77 and managed to get a 10-kill streak. The phone's smooth performance and responsive controls made it possible. If I had to choose, I'd say the Moto G77 is the better option for gaming. However, the G67 is still a great choice for those who want a budget-friendly smartphone with decent gaming capabilities. Both phones are suitable for casual gamers who want to enjoy smooth gameplay without breaking the bank. They're also great options for those who want a reliable smartphone for everyday use. If you've had any experiences with gaming on budget smartphones, I'd love to hear about them. Share your stories in the comments below, and let's discuss. Don't forget to like and share this video if you found it helpful. Check out our next video, where we review the best gaming smartphones under $300.